Welcome back to the YouTube Pagan Challenge Week 2. Sorry, I know I got my face all up in the camera on that one, my bad. Okay, so Week 2. When did you come out of the broom closet? That is kind of like a iffy question for me. This isn't going to be a very long one, because technically, it wasn't really like ever coming out of the broom closet. It was really like, if you watch the first one, I told you, like, witchcraft has always been something very powerful in my life. And, but as far as practicing, it didn't happen until just a few years ago. Like, fully practicing, let me get that straight. I'm not saying, like I told you, I use crystals and tarot cards and stuff like that. But I mean, as far as fully practicing and having, I've always been close with my goddess, Diana. She has always been a part of my life. Ever since I was a little kid, I was always drawn to her. But as far as actually being a witch and practicing and casting and things like that didn't start till a few years ago. But yeah, so anyway, that's not what this video is about. I just wanted to make that clear, even though I probably just really confused y'all more than anything. Whatever, sorry. Anyway, okay, so coming out of the broom closet is not, technically, it's not something I ever really done. So, I mean, I really can't give much advice on that. I'm a witch, and I know I'm a witch, and I'm proud of it. It's not something I've ever tried to hide from anybody, but it's not something I go around bragging about either. Like, people I work with, they kind of just found out I was a witch, and I didn't deny it. It wasn't like, I don't wear a shirt to work or a big pentacle necklace every day that says, oh, hey, I'm a witch, see you over here. Like, not like there's anything wrong with that either. Like I said, like, it's not something I'm going to do on purpose, so you know. But at the same time, I'm not going to deny it. I like what I like, and if I want to wear my pentacle necklace to work, then fuck you. I can wear whatever the fuck I want. Freedom of religion, bitch. Anyway. But it's, like, with my mom, I just said a minute ago, I guess I can talk about that one a little bit here. The day I actually came to her and told her, because she was getting on me about the bones I have everywhere, and my witch books, and stuff like that, and she was bitching about it. And I'm like, what is your problem? Like, what do you expect? And she was like, well, what do you mean? What is that supposed to mean? And I'm like, Mom, I'm a witch. Like, I mean, you know I'm a witch. I don't know why you're doing this whole beating around the bush bullshit. Like, you know it. I am. And she kicked me out of the house. So, and then after that, it was just like something she wanted to bring up. She would make smart-ass remarks. Well, you know, being a witch means you don't celebrate Christmas. And I was like, actually, being a witch means my people created Christmas. So, you know, things like that. And it just bothers me how hypocritical and how ignorant she is on the fact of what actually being a witch is. I don't know what she thinks when she thinks of being a witch, because she has in her mind that, but what pisses me off the most, let me start here, is that she tries to act all high and mighty on her Christian high horse, but yet she just started going to church maybe like a couple weeks ago. She has not been to church in probably 10 or 15 years. But yet she's going to preach to me about how God and Jesus Christ is our Lord and Savior, and He's the only one around, and He's all we should be worried about. Like, are you kidding me? Like, I don't know. Like, I mean, you want to preach what you preach, but make sure you know your shit before you open your mouth. I did not say that to my mother either, so don't be getting up on my page all acting like, oh my God, how can you be so rude? Like, no, I did not say that to my mother. I'm just saying this is how I felt and how I feel about the situation. So as far as that was, I guess, coming out of the broom closet in a way. At work, I don't talk about it to anybody. I actually work with another girl who is a witch, and she came to me one day. She was like, oh, happy Samhain. I was like, hey, happy Samhain. And she was like, yeah, I knew. And I was like, yeah, I knew too. Like, and I talked about that on another video too. We were talking about crystals one day, and then the next day she was like, yeah, I knew you're a witch. And I was like, yep, see, I knew too. It's just, we could just feel it. We could tell. And there was another girl at my work. We were talking about something. We were talking about a Scooby-Doo movie, The Witch's Ghost. If you've ever seen it, it's been like one of my favorite ones since I was little. And she goes, well, of course you love that one. You're Wiccan. And I was like, I am not Wiccan. She goes, well, wait, what do you mean? What? She was all confused. And I was like, no, honey. Wiccan and being a witch are different things. To some people, it's the same thing. But to me, it's different. And I'm not Wiccan. And I kind of explained to her a little bit what it was, but like I didn't go full detail. This is what I do on a day-to-day basis. This is how I practice. These are my tools. You know, it wasn't like that. I just explained to her a little bit of the difference between witchcraft and Wicca for me. I told her, like, I practice Dragaria. I'm not initiated. I was not born into a Strega family. I am Italian, and I'm very, very close with my ancestors, especially my Italian ancestors, and it is something that I'm trying to learn and grow more and more with every day. But I'm also interested in all European witchcraft, and I'm Native American, and I'm Irish as well. And I was looking more a little bit into this has nothing to do with the broom closet, but I just wanted to point this out. I was looking more into some of my Irish ancestry, and my mom's from Kentucky. She is mostly Native American. Her mom was Cherokee and her dad is Crow, or vice versa. But they both had a little bit of Irish on their side, just a little bit. So I was really looking into something. I don't know. Lately I've just kind of been drawn to Appalachian magic. Not just really. I love hoodoo and Appalachian folk magic of any kind. I love that type of practice. It's beautiful, kitchen witchery, things like that. And I was reading up on it, and I'm like, okay, maybe somebody's maybe there's something drawing me to this for a reason. The Cherokee tribes and Appalachian grannies were very close-knit, and they did a lot of things where they learned from each other. So maybe there's some of my roots in that I've never noticed before, and I just thought that was cool. I just wanted to bring that up. So, anyway, rewind and back to what I was talking about originally. I'm sorry. The broom closet, like, my dad's side of the family, I don't believe anybody knows. They're Italian, and my grandmother, I've been wanting to ask her for years on Stradigaria and the old country and things like that. She was born in America, but her mother came over here from Naples, Italy, and she's always done things when I was a little kid that just reminds me so much of where, like, the way I am in the kitchen and with the kitchen witchery and hearthcraft. It's just, there's so many things that remind me of my Italian grandmother. She is 100% Italian, and she is amazing. And so I want to ask her about it so much, but not too long ago she had a seizure. Well, actually it was a while ago. It was over a year ago now that I'm thinking about it, but she can't talk much. She can't walk really anymore. She has a hard time feeding herself. She's in a nursing home now. So I don't want to be disrespectful and bring something up to her that right now she's probably not worried about. But at the same time, like, it's like there's something pulling me to asking her so badly. And I want to. And I just want to know what she knows before it's too late. Because I love my grandmother. When I was little and there was no one else to take care of me, she did. There was nobody else who would watch me, and she would. And it breaks my heart to know that pretty soon I'm not going to have a chance to ask her any of this. But at the same time, I don't want to push it and become disrespectful in her eyes when she's probably right now not worried about that. You know what I mean? It's just, it's complicated, and I've been wondering on what I should do for over a year now, and my time limit is coming up, like, you know, so it's really I'm starting to get anxious about it, I guess you could say. But as far as my dad and my sister, it's never something that I've came out to tell them. Me and my dad just started talking a couple years ago. And so it's not something I've actually come out to say, hey, I'm a witch, but they're both friends with me on Facebook, and that's what I mean. Like, I don't hide what I am. If you're friends with me on Facebook, you fucking are going to know what I am. You know what I mean? But at the same time, I post what I want on my page because it's my page, not because I'm trying to get a message across to somebody else. If I want to tell somebody something, or if they want to, know something and they're asking me, then just ask me. I will tell you. So it's like, when I'm walking down the street and things like that, it's not something I'm going to go bragging about or anything like that. So as far as the broom closet goes, never really been in that. I don't really have a broom closet story for you guys because it's not something that I hide on a day-to-day basis and I don't want people to know. It's more of just, if the topic comes up, then it comes up. If it doesn't, then it doesn't, I'm not hiding something by not bringing it up when I first meet somebody. You're not going to go, if you're a Christian or Jewish, you're not going to go up to somebody when you first meet and go, oh, I'm Christian, by the way, just so you know, so it doesn't make you uncomfortable. You know what I mean? Like, who the fuck? Like, why, you know, why would you do that? Like, it makes no sense. So, I don't feel like it should be any different with pagans and witches. If you're talking to somebody and they ask, hey, you know, are you a witch? You know, I noticed you're into this and I know you do this. Like, are you pagan or are you a witch or whatever? Don't be shy. Don't beat around the bush. Just be like, yeah, I am. You want to know whatever you want to know. Just ask. But it's just, I don't know. I think people put way too much emphasis on being in a broom closet and not being in a broom closet. And I'm not talking about just witches. I'm talking about modern, everyday other people too. Like, it's, I don't get what the big deal is on being because you're so different because you're a witch rather than you're so normal because you're not. Like, it's just, we all know it's a huge problem in our society today. We all know it's an issue and everyone wants to put in their 2 cents about it. But honestly, what the hell is a big deal? It is, like, it's, you know, it is what it is. There's witches who are religious. There's witches who are not. You know, witchcraft to some is a religion, some it's not. It's really, it's, I don't know. Now I go with the, you know, rambling thing again. I can't help it. I haven't made a video in a long time. It's almost like I'm forgetting how to do these things, you know? It's like, come on now, really? So, that's pretty much all I have to say about the broom closet. It's not really something that I have a story or something to talk about. It's like, there's little bits and pieces here and there, I guess. I mean, the only person that I think I've ever personally tried to hide it from, I don't even want to say that because it's not, I'm not trying to hide it from them. It's just not something that I regularly would, you know, like I carry some of my books around. Whatever book I'm reading, I carry it around with me. I don't bring my book in their house when I go, like my dad. And not because I'm worried about what he's going to think. I really don't care. It's just not something I even really think about to do. And, you know, it's not, normally I take my book with me everywhere, but sometimes when I go over to his house, I leave it in the car on purpose, mainly just because he has a tendency to kind of not let shit go, I guess you could say. And it's just, if he knows already, most likely he already does, then okay, whatever. But I don't want it to be a thing where he finds out in front of a room full of people and makes a big deal out of it, and then you're just like, what the fuck, can you just shut up, please? So, I mean, that's pretty much the only person that I've ever really kind of thought in my head, like, what's going to happen when he finds out. Other than that, nobody else I really even think twice about. It really doesn't matter. So that's my video on the broom closet. I'm sorry that I keep rambling. I'm just trying to get all my thoughts out there, and the damn squirrels are still out there, and the noise, it's just, and I don't know, if you were looking this way with me, if you're looking straight, it's just trees. So it's just very relaxing to be able to sit there and stare at it. Even, I'm not trying to be rude, I swear, and I'm sorry if it is rude that I'm looking this way and talking to you guys over here. So that's my video. I'm very sorry that it's 10 weeks late. If you guys know where you can get the list, will you just comment and let me know at the bottom so I can find it, because I really would like to know all of the topics so I can get these done as fast as possible, basically. Alright, my loves, blessed be, have a great day. See you at the next one.